Greetings, welcome back. This is Tim. This is not going to be a regular show. We're not talking about 3D printing today. I've got something else. But just to keep you interested, I have this stack of PLA here. I've got one more box coming. It is all 1.75 white PLA. We're going to redo the benchy print on each one of these. My goal is to show you the differences. I'm also going to print a very rudimentary strain biscuit and test those, but that's not until later. This video is about this. This is a Yashica MAT-124 medium format camera. And I'm going to share the unboxing, quote unquote unboxing. I found this on Craigslist and was able to purchase this for $30. And it came with a lot of the accessories that it had when new. And most of it was still in the original boxes. So with the bad audio, because I forgot to turn on my mic, here's what I got for you. Greetings and welcome back. This one is going to be a little bit different from my other ones. I found something on Craigslist and I thought it was worth showing. Overall, it's this really old bag. When I got it, the camera came in the bag with all the accessories and the packaging that came with the camera when it was new. So April 1976, April 1975, and December 1976. So this film all expired before I was born, and it's 55 cents. And that I just found hilarious. Now I did buy some new Porta 400. This is, I think, $4. I don't recall. This is 8, 12, or 16 exposure. A manual. Some very old pictures. Still quite readable. Probably have to go through that later. And then we got the telephoto lens set. In full disclosure, I went through this when I bought it and put it all back. So some of it is my handling. So telephoto lens and the optic. Now this was in that condition when I found it. We also got a GE light meter. Oh, there it goes. So there's the actual light meter. This is just the hood to do the calculation. And then, so the camera has one too, and we'll look at that in a moment. And lens cleaner. Looks like a cosmetic brush, but I'm guessing a lens brush. Lens cleaning paper. More lens cleaning paper. The manual for the telephoto lens. This is, oh, these were all these filters. So each one of these filters came with it. Need to be cleaned. And then we got, what do they call this? It's a close-up lens. They all need a little bit of cleaning. Nothing was terribly dirty. And here is another telephoto lens, it looks like. Yeah, so there's two of them. Interesting. I'll have to figure out what the difference is. Oh, one's telephoto and one is a wide angle. Came in this leather pouch, so we'll take off the leather. Turn on some more light. So, here is the camera. Lens off, or cover off. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see if idea of what it looks like. And then it also has this viewer to help you focus. Which is kind of cool. And then you have a second viewer to look in there. And then at the top here, you've got your camera speed here. So you set this using 400 Porta, and then you want to line that needle into that crosshair. There's two ways to do it. One is to change the shutter speed, and the other is to change the focal length, or focal plane. See, I can't get it to line up here. And then this is the battery for this sensor. And the guy from our local camera shop helped me remove and replace this battery because, you know, it's 40 years old. It was corroded, it had exploded, and we cleaned it up, and it's now working. And that's from the roll inside. That's from the roll inside. So let's see if we can get this open. Now there's a plate here, and this tells you your exposure, 12 or 24. But I can only find 24 or 12 exposure film. I'm not supposed to do this in bright light, but I'm doing it in bright light just so I can show you. Let's see what happens with it. Try not to get my fingers off. Take this reel out and put it up here. Now it's in. And now we can crank it. And angle it so. Place the new roll in the bottom. pull, there's little triangles. There's a triangle here and here. And there will be an arrow on the paper. And that's when I stop and close the cover. And there's that. So I can now close the cover. And the cover's closed, and then lined. And we've got 12 there and 1 there. So, let's see if we can go find something to take a picture of. Camera is now mostly aimed at the navy. You can see that the needle and the eyelet are focused, or are in alignment, and the bike is in focus. I'm going to double check this. I'm going to try to just take a picture. I'm going to take a picture of my desk long turn. Make sure these are lined up, still lined up. Focusing. Focus on my Kodak box. And taking the picture helps if I advance the film. And it takes quite a bit. I think it's nearly 2 seconds. Now, I've done that. Take a picture. This is on the macro lens. I have no idea how this is supposed to work. You're taking a picture here, but there's no lens here. So how do you focus that? I'm shooting in the blind here. Don't know what's going to happen after I advance the film again. Okay, that was of the knife. Now we're going to try the telephoto. So I've got the telephoto lens on. Don't know if it's going to do any good in here, but because of the lighting and weather outside, we're going to just try to use this in here and see what happens. So I'm much closer on that bike. Still lined up. It's an interesting camera. I don't know much about it. I got a little tutorial from the guy at my camera shop. I do know that it will take about 2 weeks to get the film back. So I will share with you the pictures once they're developed. But if nothing else, this is a beautiful camera as far as the appearance. And if the pictures come back with any decent quality, it could be a new, did I do that right? Yeah. It could be a something to try a little bit more of. He also suggested developing my own film. I don't want to put another $150, $200 into chemicals until I know a little bit more about the camera. Is this going to be sitting on a shelf, not being used like it has for the last 40 some years? Or is it going to, I guess almost 50 years? Or is it something I'm going to actually use? I don't know yet. Realistically, I'll probably stick to digital cameras just because of the ease. I don't have to buy film and I don't have to develop film. But there might be a time that I want the uniqueness, because I've seen pictures of cameras like this. It's hard to replicate that in digital form. But anyway, this is an extra episode. This is not the episode for this week. I have all of this. Can't even see it all. I've got 7 different PLA filaments here. I have an 8th coming, and my plan is to print these out this week and then give you the results. I'm going to print a benchy, and then maybe over the next couple of weeks I'm going to do a strain test on them. Print a simple strain biscuit and see if any fail prematurely. It's not going to be a scientific test, but just see what happens. So, but that is coming up, and we'll get to that as we can later.